Hello, Jen Rivera here with abcsoulplay.com. We are on day 23 of our 40-day template, and it is Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Equality. Both come to the table with integrity and compassion. So I think we're coming into the understanding that the systems that are in play aren't serving men either. So, how do we create new templates for the divine masculine and the divine feminine to both be seen, heard, supported, and thrive? So, I think for us as the divine feminine, unpacking the truth about suppression and enslavement, you realize that that is true for everybody. So, even though it seems like our systems favor men, which they do, only the men at the top and the powers that are at the top actually are like making money and doing all the things. Most of the men in the middle and lower class are suffering with overwhelm because they can't make it work, right? And they've been cut off from their divine feminine side, so they don't have many skills to deal with the overwhelm, the constant criticism from every aspect of life, and they do not have support. They do not have emotional support anywhere, really. They won't look for it in the divine feminine, and their masculine counterparts can't give it to them. So, how do we help balance both the divine masculine and the divine feminine? The only way you can do it is within yourself first, so that you understand where the other one is coming from and what they need. And then you have to wait for them to be receptive to that. But we don't settle, and we don't allow people to treat us less than we are. We don't allow ourselves to be devalued anymore. And so the conversations, I think, need to be around helping men understand that we understand that the system doesn't work for them either, and that they are lacking the tools to be able to evolve, to be able to change the systems from within, so that they can also be emotionally intelligent, happy, have their needs met, and not feel overwhelmed, and that they're never going to be able to um, make enough, do enough, be enough. We're all suffering from these structures that hold everybody down. And so hopefully we can reach out with that kind of olive branch where it's like, I get it, it's not working for you either. Perhaps we can find a new way together. And I do see men taking up that banner, standing up against the things that are not helping men either. None of this is helping anybody except love, compassion, and finding new ways to be happy and joyful and abundant. And it's not in the old systems. So the cards that I pulled today are from the Shamanic Oracle deck, Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. And the first one we got is number 22, which is Transformation. I think we got this earlier in the 40-day template. Transformation, which makes sense with creating new templates to live by. Trying to get the glare off of there. There we go. Transformation. So we see the ancient sign of the crescent moon and the spiral, the caterpillar eating before it goes into its cocoon, rain, and the symbol for the sun. So transformation is what we're all going through, and we do need to have compassion. We're all a bit unsure of how it's all going to turn out, right? What are the systems going to be like? What's money going to be like? How are we going to make a living? How are we going to feed and support ourselves? How do we opt out of all of these systems that are just stealing from us, our energy, our life force, our money? They're just stealing. It's just thievery. So maybe we just opt out of following the rules that everybody, that the powers that be that aren't following the rules, right, are just being thieves. So, how do we restructure that? And I think our men are the ones who can really help with that, right? I think they can really help with that. How can it serve them better and their families better? And how can it make them feel like they don't have to hold it all up and not show any signs of weakness or emotion? Men have hearts too. And number, I think it's 20. Yep, 20. Healing energy. And it's a hand in kind of a portal like egg space with the green. Healing energy. So that's cool. We got transformation. And then we got healing energy. Yeah, so transformation, healing energy for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. What works for everybody? We have to lift everybody up. And the third card is number 19, unlimited possibilities. Unlimited possibilities. Wow, so that's pretty cool. Transformation, healing energy, and unlimited possibilities. So if we can communicate that we get that it's not working for anybody, right? We get that it's overwhelming. We get that it is so hard, but we all need to transform. We need to heal. And then we need to create unlimited possibilities for each other. So maybe we can communicate that we all want to get there together, right? What works for everybody, though? What works for everybody? So, compassion. We have divine feminine, divine masculine, true equality where both come to the table with integrity and compassion. So think on that, leave comments if it helps, or practice a little bit that this week and see if energies change around that concept of we all have all of the masculine and feminine traits within us. If we're operating on all cylinders, we get to access our true wisdom, creativity, and the solutions for our new world, how we need things to be in our communities. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.